Are your legs telling you something? Maybe it's the dull ache after a short walk, the cramping that wakes you up at 3 in the morning, the swelling in your ankles by the end of the day, or that feeling that your legs just aren't as strong as they used to be. Here's something your doctor may not have told you. What you eat has a direct, measurable effect on the strength, circulation, and flexibility of your legs, especially after the age of 60. I've been practicing medicine for decades, and I can tell you with confidence the right foods can rebuild muscle, reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and cut down on those painful cramps naturally. And today, I'm going to give you a complete 7-day meal plan designed specifically for your legs. Not just a food list, not just vague advice. I mean a real day-by-day plan, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with simple recipes built around the most powerful leg-healing foods on the planet. Whether you're 65 or 85, whether you're managing pain, fighting weakness, or just wanting to stay mobile and independent, this plan is for you. Let's get started. Before we get to the food, I want you to understand why legs become a problem as we age. Because once you understand the why, the meal plan will make perfect sense. There are three main villains at work after 60. The first is sarcopenia. That's the medical term for age-related muscle loss. After the age of 30, we begin losing 3 to 5% of our muscle mass every single decade. By the time you're in your 60s and 70s, that adds up to significant weakness, especially in the legs, which are the largest muscle group in the body. Less muscle means less stability, more falls, and more fatigue. The second is inflammaging. This is a term scientists use to describe the low-grade chronic inflammation that builds up silently in the body as we get older. Unlike the inflammation you feel after an injury, which comes and goes, inflammaging is always present, slowly breaking down your joints, blood vessels, tendons, and nerves. If your legs ache for no clear reason, inflammaging is very likely a contributing factor. The third is poor circulation. As we age, our veins weaken, our blood vessels become less elastic, and the circulation to our lower extremities, our legs and feet, gets sluggish. This shows up as swollen ankles, cold feet, nighttime cramps, numbness, and that heavy leg feeling you might know all too well. The extraordinary news is this. All three of these problems respond to nutrition. The right foods can slow muscle loss, calm systemic inflammation, and improve blood flow, beginning with the very next meal you eat. So let's go day by day. Day 1. Anti-inflammation kickstart. We start strong. Day 1 is all about sending a clear, anti-inflammatory signal to every joint, every muscle, and every blood vessel in your legs. Breakfast. Turmeric golden oatmeal. Start your morning with a bowl of old-fashioned oats cooked with a half teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, which activates turmeric's active compound curcumin by up to 2,000%, and a drizzle of honey. Top it with walnuts for a dose of plant-based omega-3s. This breakfast alone contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that start working within hours. Lunch. Salmon and spinach power bowl. Take a 4 to 6 ounce portion of wild-caught salmon, baked or canned, both work beautifully, and place it over a bed of fresh spinach. Add sliced avocado, cherry tomatoes, and a squeeze of lemon with olive oil. Salmon gives you EPA and DHA, the two most potent omega-3 fatty acids, which directly suppress inflammatory cytokines, including IL-6 and TNF-alpha, the same compounds that cause joint stiffness and muscle soreness. Dinner: turmeric chicken stir-fry with broccoli. Sauté chicken breast with turmeric, garlic, ginger, and a splash of low-sodium soy sauce. Serve over brown rice with a generous portion of broccoli. Broccoli contains sulforaphane, a compound shown in research from Johns Hopkins University to block inflammation at the cellular level. Leg benefit of the day: curcumin from turmeric and EPA/DHA from salmon work together to reduce the inflammatory proteins that cause joint stiffness and muscle breakdown. You are literally feeding your legs an anti-inflammatory medicine. Day 2. Circulation boost. Breakfast: beet and berry smoothie. Blend together half a small roasted beet, or a tablespoon of beet powder, with frozen mixed berries, a handful of spinach, Greek yogurt, and a cup of unsweetened almond milk. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessel walls and dramatically improves circulation to your legs. Lunch: dark leafy green salad with sardines. Build a salad from kale or Swiss chard, among the most nutrient-dense greens on earth, and top it with sardines in olive oil. Add sliced cucumber, red onion, and a dressing of olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and lemon. Sardines deliver an incredible combination of omega-3s, calcium, and vitamin D in one inexpensive, sustainable package. Dinner: beet and lentil soup. In a large pot, simmer diced roasted beets, red lentils, vegetable broth, cumin, and garlic until thick and hearty. This soup is a circulation powerhouse. Lentils provide iron and folate for healthy red blood cell production, while beets keep those vessels wide open. Leg benefit of the day: nitric oxide from beets dilates your blood vessels, increasing oxygen and nutrient delivery to leg muscles. If you suffer from heavy legs or poor circulation, this day was made for you. Day 3. Muscle rebuilding. Breakfast: 3-egg veggie scramble. Scramble 3 whole eggs, don't skip the yolk, with diced bell peppers, onions, and spinach in olive oil. Eggs are one of the most bioavailable sources of complete protein on the planet, providing all 9 essential amino acids needed for muscle repair. They're also rich in leucine, the amino acid that most directly triggers muscle protein synthesis. Lunch: lentil and vegetable stew. Cook green or brown lentils with diced carrots, celery, tomatoes, and low-sodium broth. Season with cumin, turmeric, and bay leaves. 1 cup of cooked lentils delivers 18 grams of plant-based protein plus 15 grams of fiber, a combination that nourishes your muscles while also supporting gut health. Dinner: baked chicken thighs with sweet potato bake, bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs with garlic, rosemary, and a drizzle of olive oil until golden brown. Serve with roasted sweet potato and steamed broccoli. Chicken thighs are rich in protein, zinc, and collagen, nutrients your legs need to maintain muscle mass and connective tissue integrity. Leg benefit of the day: after 60, your body becomes less efficient at converting dietary protein into muscle. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition recommends 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal to overcome this resistance. Today's meals hit that target at every sitting. Day 4. Joint and cartilage support. Breakfast: savory bone broth with a soft boiled egg. Begin your morning with a warm mug of quality bone broth, homemade or store-bought, alongside 2 soft-boiled eggs and a slice of whole grain toast. Bone broth contains natural collagen, glycine, and proline, the building blocks your body needs to repair and regenerate the cartilage cushioning your knee and hip joints. Lunch: sardine and avocado open-faced sandwich. Mash canned sardines with a fork and spread over a toasted slice of whole grain bread. Top with sliced avocado, a squeeze of lemon, and a sprinkle of red pepper flakes. Avocado provides healthy monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that protects joint tissue from oxidative damage. Dinner: slow cooker bone broth vegetable soup. Add chicken bones or purchase quality bone broth to a slow cooker with carrots, celery, onion, garlic, and a splash of apple cider vinegar, which helps extract minerals from the bones. Cook on low for 8 hours. Ladle over egg noodles or brown rice. This is joint medicine in a bowl. Leg benefit of the day: collagen loss accelerates after 60, thinning the cartilage in your knees and hips. The glycine and proline in bone broth have been shown in multiple studies to support cartilage regeneration when consumed consistently. 2 servings a day, every day, can make a noticeable difference within weeks. Day 5. Nerve health and balance. Breakfast: sweet potato and almond butter toast. Toast a slice of whole grain bread, spread with natural almond butter, and top with thin sliced roasted sweet potato and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Sweet potato is one of the richest sources of potassium and vitamin B6, both essential for proper nerve conduction, the process that allows your brain to communicate clearly with your leg muscles. Lunch: tuna and quinoa bowl. Combine canned light tuna, rich in B12 and selenium, with cooked quinoa, diced cucumber, red onion, and a lemon tahini dressing. Quinoa is one of the few plant foods providing complete protein with all essential amino acids, making it an exceptional muscle and nerve recovery food. Dinner: pork tenderloin with sweet potato mash and green beans. Roast a pork tenderloin seasoned with herbs and garlic. Serve with mashed sweet potato, made with a splash of olive oil instead of butter, and steamed green beans. Pork is the best dietary source of thiamine, or vitamin B1, which is critical for nerve function. Deficiency in B1 is a surprisingly common cause of leg weakness and nerve pain in older adults. As a snack today, eat just 1 Brazil nut. I know that sounds specific, but 1 single Brazil nut provides your entire daily requirement of selenium, a mineral that protects your nerve cells from oxidative damage and supports healthy muscle function. 1 is enough. More is not better here. Leg benefit of the day: nerve health is the hidden foundation of leg strength. Without clear nerve signals from the brain to the legs, muscle coordination fails, and that's when falls happen. B vitamins, potassium, and selenium keep those communication lines open. Day 6. Vein strength and fluid control. Breakfast: blueberry protein smoothie blend. 1 cup of wild blueberries, fresh or frozen, with a scoop of unflavored whey protein or plain Greek yogurt, a tablespoon of ground flaxseed, and unsweetened almond milk. Blueberries contain some of the highest concentrations of anthocyanins of any food. These powerful pigments strengthen the walls of your veins and capillaries, reducing the leakiness that causes fluid buildup in the legs. Lunch: asparagus and salmon frittata. Whisk 6 eggs with diced cooked salmon, blanched asparagus tips, and a small amount of feta cheese. Cook in an oven-safe skillet until set, then finish under the broiler. Asparagus is one of the finest natural diuretics. It contains a unique compound called asparagine that helps your kidneys flush excess fluid, directly reducing leg and ankle swelling. Dinner: Blueberry balsamic pork with asparagus. Create a simple pan sauce by reducing balsamic vinegar with a handful of blueberries and a little honey. Spoon over a lean pork loin chop and serve alongside roasted asparagus spears and cauliflower mash. This dinner is elegant enough for company and powerful enough to visibly reduce ankle swelling within 24 to 48 hours for many people. Leg benefit of the day: chronic venous insufficiency, the weakening of leg veins, affects up to 40% of adults over 60. Anthocyanins from blueberries have been clinically shown to strengthen vein walls and reduce the pooling of blood and fluid that causes chronic leg heaviness and swelling. Day 7. Full Body Reset. Breakfast: avocado and egg breakfast bowl. Have a ripe avocado, top with 2 poached eggs, a sprinkle of everything bagel seasoning, and fresh herbs. Avocado is an extraordinary food for older adults, rich in potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, and monounsaturated fats that support vascular health. One avocado contains more potassium than a banana, making it an excellent defense against leg cramps. Lunch: Greek yogurt chicken salad mix. Shredded rotisserie chicken with full-fat plain Greek yogurt, Dijon mustard, diced celery, and green onions. Serve over a bed of arugula. Greek yogurt delivers up to 20 grams of high-quality protein per cup, along with probiotics that support the gut-muscle connection, an area of research showing that a healthy gut microbiome directly supports muscle preservation in older adults. Dinner: Mediterranean baked salmon with olive oil, lemon, and herbs. Bake a salmon fillet with olive oil, lemon slices, fresh rosemary, and garlic. Serve alongside a warm chickpea salad with roasted red peppers, cucumber, and parsley. This is the Mediterranean diet at its finest, the most well-researched dietary pattern on Earth for reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, and preserving muscle mass as we age. Leg benefit of the day. Day 7 is about consolidation and sustainability. Avocado and Greek yogurt represent 2 of the most nutrient-dense, easy-to-prepare foods available for aging adults. Together, they support muscle synthesis, joint lubrication, potassium balance, and gut health, hitting nearly every key target for leg health in 2 simple ingredients. Now I want to explain why this plan works, because the science behind it is genuinely remarkable. First, protein timing. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition and supported by the National Institutes of Health shows that after age 60, your muscles develop what scientists call anabolic resistance. This means you need more protein and need to spread it across all 3 meals to get the same muscle-building response a younger person gets from less. Aiming for 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal, as this plan does, is the most evidence-based strategy available for fighting sarcopenia. Second, omega-3 fatty acids. EPA and DHA, found richest in salmon, sardines, and mackerel, suppress the production of inflammatory cytokines, including interleukin-6 and TNF-alpha. These are the same molecules that create the aching stiffness in your legs and joints every morning. A landmark review in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that regular omega-3 consumption reduced inflammatory markers significantly in adults over 60. Third, potassium and magnesium. These 2 minerals work together to regulate the electrical signals that cause your muscles to contract and relax. When you're low in either one, and most Americans over 60 are chronically deficient in both, your muscles cramp more easily, tire faster, and recover more slowly. Avocado, sweet potato, lentils, and leafy greens are among the richest sources of these minerals in the entire food supply. Fourth, Collagen precursors. As we age, our bodies produce less collagen, the structural protein that forms the framework of cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Bone broth delivers ready-made collagen, glycine, and proline directly. But you can also boost your body's collagen production by pairing vitamin C from bell peppers, citrus, and broccoli with the glycine found in bone broth and animal proteins. Fifth, polyphenols. Curcumin from turmeric, anthocyanins from blueberries, and sulforaphane from broccoli are among the most well-studied natural anti-inflammatory and circulation-supporting compounds in nutrition science. These are not supplements. These are real foods, and when consumed regularly, they produce measurable improvements in vascular function, inflammation markers, and joint comfort. Let me give you a few practical tips to make this plan work in the real world. Meal prep on Sunday. Spend 60 to 90 minutes at the beginning of the week cooking a batch of grains like brown rice or quinoa, roasting a tray of sweet potatoes, and preparing a protein, chicken, salmon, or hard-boiled eggs. With these basics ready to go, assembling each day's meals takes minutes, not hours. Budget-friendly swaps are perfectly fine. Canned wild salmon is just as nutritious as fresh and costs a fraction of the price. Frozen blueberries and frozen spinach retain virtually all their nutritional value. Canned sardines, canned tuna, canned lentils, all of these are excellent choices. Eating for leg health does not have to be expensive. Modify for your dietary needs. If you're gluten-free, substitute rice crackers for toast and use certified gluten-free oats. If you're lactose intolerant, replace yogurt with a coconut-based alternative and use almond or oat milk throughout. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, talk to your doctor before significantly increasing foods high in vitamin K, such as kale and Swiss chard. Stay hydrated. Dehydration is one of the most overlooked causes of nighttime leg cramps in older adults. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water per day. Herbal teas count. Low-sodium broth counts. But sugary drinks and excessive alcohol do not help, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. And here's something I want you to hold on to. You don't have to be perfect. 5 days out of 7 done well will change how your legs feel. Progress beats perfection every time. Now let's talk about what to take off your plate, because some foods are actively working against your legs every single day. Processed and cured meats. Think deli meats, hot dogs, sausages, and bacon. These are extremely high in sodium, which causes your body to retain water, increasing ankle swelling and putting extra pressure on already strained veins. Refined sugar and ultra-processed carbohydrates. Sugar is one of the most potent drivers of inflammaging. It triggers the same inflammatory pathways that break down muscle and joint tissue. White bread, packaged pastries, sugary cereals, and sweetened beverages all belong in this category. Excess alcohol. Even moderate drinking interferes with your body's ability to absorb vitamin B12 and magnesium, two nutrients that are absolutely essential for nerve and muscle function in the legs. Chronic alcohol use is a well-recognized cause of peripheral neuropathy, the tingling, numbness, and weakness you may feel in your feet and lower legs. Industrial seed oils. Soybean oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which compete with and block the anti-inflammatory omega-3s we've been talking about throughout this plan. Read your labels. These oils hide in salad dressings, packaged snacks, margarine, and nearly all fast food. Excess sodium overall. Beyond processed meats, many canned soups, condiments, and restaurant meals are loaded with sodium. Choose low sodium or no salt added versions whenever possible, and flavor your food with herbs, spices, lemon, and vinegar instead. Let's bring it all together. Over the past 7 days, you've targeted every major challenge your legs face after 60. Day 1 fought inflammation. Day 2 opened up circulation. Day 3 rebuilt muscle. Day 4 protected your joints. Day 5 strengthened your nerves. Day 6 supported your veins. And Day 7 reset and consolidated everything. This isn't a diet. This is a lifestyle, a way of nourishing your body that respects what your legs need to keep carrying you through life. And I want to remind you, your legs have carried you through every single day of your life, every step, every climb, every dance, every walk with someone you love. They've never stopped working for you. Now it's your turn to work for them. Start with day 1. Be consistent. Give this plan 7 days, and pay attention to how you feel by day 7. I think you'll be genuinely surprised. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about, a spouse, a sibling, a friend, because the information in this video could change the way someone moves, the way someone feels, and maybe even the way someone lives. Like this video, subscribe to Healthy Aging America, and hit that notification bell so you never miss new content. And in my next video, I'm going to show you 5 simple exercises you can do right in your bed. No equipment, no gym, no getting up from the floor, that will strengthen your legs overnight. You won't want to miss it. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell. Take good care of yourselves, and take good care of your legs.